Hey everyone, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Paint and Spill. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Cal, nice to meet you. And today we are joined by none other than Miss Flossie Clegg herself.
Hiya, you right?
You're right. We got Flossie into this hot 90s supermodel glam whilst talking all things career, buying a house, and being single. Flossie's single. Oh my god, stop spreading the news.
Look your father's up.
They've had it. But yeah, it's a super fun episode. Loved glamming you.
I had the best time, and I'm obsessed with this glam. I want it every single day.
But all that being said, let's get into the video and enjoy the episode.
You've got to remember to mew for the next hour.
Yeah, Flossie.
Hi, Callum.
You can't whisper, that mic's too quiet.
Hi, Callum.
Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited, guys, to have this done, or else I would have been looking like a sloth at this Christmas dinner.
She's giving...
I'm gonna mock.
The dress code is pyjamas. And glam.
90s supermodel
pyjamas.
glam.
It's actually our friend's Christmas tonight, so I've actually still got to make mac and cheese for everyone after I've done your makeup.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm so excited about that. Cause not gonna lie, I was really worried. Obviously, I don't eat meat, so I was like,
don't eat meat.
Thank you. I was like, am
So
I just gonna be having carrots for the night?
No, I'm making a big mac and cheese. You can help me make it if you want.
I feel like that should be compulsory part of Christmas dinner.
Oh,
I know
you've
you
got
get cauliflower cheese, but
Yeah, mac and cheese is a good one.
yeah.
The glam that we're actually going to be doing on Flossie is very 90s supermodel. We're going to go neutral tones.
I really want this.
Yeah,
I
you would
really
thrive
want
with this. Why we start, who is Flossie Clegg?
I'm Florence Beatrice Clegg, born on 5th February 2001, making me a February Aquarius, to be specific, because I'm very passionate about this. February Aquarius is very different.
Did not realise you was also a 2001 baby.
Yeah?
So am
Are
I.
you a 2001 baby?
Yeah.
I love it, because when you say 2001, people go, oh my god, 2000s. I go, yeah, I'm literally just so young, fresh and fertile. I grew up in the Cotswolds. I moved to London when I was 19. I started making YouTube videos when I was 11. But I've had my YouTube channel since I think I was 12 or 13. And it became my job when I was 17, and I left college to do it full time. I think that's kind of it, really.
What was you doing in college before you left?
Makeup for a year.
Oh, badder. The girls that get it, get it.
The girls that get it. And then I went on to do it for a second year, and they were kind of like, my tutors, not to toot my own trumpet, but they were kind of like, you're too good and you're wasting your time. Like,
That
there's
was
actually
me.
there's nothing else there's nothing we can teach you. So, and I was just like really bored all the time there. So I went on to do film and TV production.
That's so fun.
Because I just knew I wanted to do YouTube. I was just kind of waiting.
For
Like
it
I never,
for the moment.
yeah, like I never doubted that
Close
was
enough.
what I was gonna do. If that makes sense, it was just like I was just waiting for it to happen.
How did YouTube come about? So I know you said you was 11 and then made a channel when
Yeah.
you was 12. Where did that come from?
I just loved watching it. My friend at the time got me into it, like with Michelle Phan and all those kind of OGs.
Do you know what's so funny?
She's in a cult.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is up with that?
Is
Is she actually, or are people just
she
dramatic?
actually is in a cult. But do you know what's actually funny? I didn't grow up. I grew up on YouTube, but not makeup YouTube.
Really?
I grew up on Graveyard Girl.
Oh yeah,
Trisha
yeah.
Paytas. Like Trisha Paytas doing like, come to the mall and spend $20,000 with me with a sister. And
Oh yeah. Oh my
Trisha
god, I
Paytas'
love
mum's
them.
mac and cheese for Thanksgiving with Shane Dawson. Like, that was the YouTube I grew up on, surprisingly.
Yeah, that is really interesting. Were you like a Cody Co guy as well?
I don't know if I watched Cody Core.
But like I was never in that. I was never in the American. I knew who Trisha was, but like the people I watched was Zoe Alfie, like OG
Yeah.
Brick Crew. Which also, have you seen Louise Pentland's been doing her media rounds recently, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, I've been watching them all.
I'm like, because someone told you to do this, or has she just made the decision? Because she does not give a.
I started watching... Whose podcast was she most recently on? It'll be in my finger.
Saving Grace or Grace Beverly's.
Grace Beverly's.
Yeah.
I watched Saving Grace and then I started to watch Grace Beverly's last night maybe, and then just didn't complete. You actually already knew Anna and that. didn't you?
did.
For ages.
First time we met, me and you, was at Anna's podcast thing, I think.
Was it?
I think it was.
That was a while, because I feel like I'm very new to the group, but then I also feel like I've been here for a hot minute at this point.
Yeah, I think you have.
It's been like 3 years. Which is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. How did you meet Anna doing her glam?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then basically she was like, one day on I think it was a foot asylum campaign, and she was telling me like how everyone was going to one of them scurry things later. Do you know, like the
Scurry.
one of them scur city events, and I was like, oh my god, I love Halloween. And she said to me, why don't you come? And then I met everyone.
That like group, I always call you guys my Manchester group. Not to get all mushy, but you are like the loveliest, most like open arms people to being friends with people.
Oh,
yeah, it's really lovely. But even like we've always got new people, like Shannon, Kyra. I love it.
Everyone welcome. Everyone is welcome.
Yeah, I feel like I'm such like a creature of habit in that I sort of have my friends and then I'm done. Like I'm just like, oh, I'm done.
That is very me too also.
Whereas like you guys just kind of do the work for me of like finding nice people, and then I get to be friends with them, so it's great.
It's a very easy job done. So starting on YouTube, what did you start doing? Was it straight from makeup content from the get-go? Because now it's just very much living life. It's like keeping up with the Clegg.
Keeping up with the Clegg, catching up with the Clegg.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was makeup, but as I sort of did it was like back in the days where you'd film those makeup videos and it was like just like on 6x speed to like some weird trap Beyonce remix.
Babes, I'm going to have to show you. My first YouTube video is that.
Oh my god, I love it though.
I think it actually might be Beyonce. I'm going to have to show you now.
But it was so entertaining. It's just so crazy, like the standard of sort of entertainment now. Like no one would ever watch that. They'd be like, that's boring. But I would spend hours watching other people do that.
7 years ago.
My!
Hi everyone, welcome to my first video. I decided to go with this half glitter cut crease.
Literally diva.
Wait, listen.
Sorry, we were all so pale as well. Why were we all so pale?
Again, to deepen up that colour, so when I cut the crease,
Listen to the song.
it looks completely clean, sharp.
28 speed.
Now,
And then why was this me a year later? I went boom.
Hey everyone, and welcome back.
Oh my god!
Shit,
It's
with
so good. Went from being so pale to so tanned. It was like 3 layers stinking of biscuits.
Yeah, literally,
like...
and it was always patchier. It was never like a nice tan in sight.
Dear.
But yeah, so you started doing makeup, and then where did the shift come in?
I think I just kind of, I was doing makeup and get ready with me's and like hauls and things. I would never vlog. I actually didn't really enjoy vlogging, but my life wasn't very interesting.
I don't think vlogging is hard. Sorry, if you've ever watched my vlogs.
Vlogging is so much harder than sit down.
I am such a bad vlogger. It's so like, Byron even said to me the other day about my proposal vlog. He was like, I didn't want to tell you, but I've got to get it off my chest. That was edited so badly. But can I actually just like say this in case anyone's watching this and has watched the proposal video and also thought the same thing? I did actually edit the full thing and it was such a gorgeous, beautiful, lovely video. And then I exported it and all the files corrupt. So it was the volume the whole way through, but then and I'd already formatted my camera at this point. So it was basically the audio the whole way through and then a black screen for like 11 minutes.
Yeah.
So I had to edit it on CapCut.
It gets like that. I love CapCut. I'm such a CapCut video now. Oh yeah, that's how.
40-minute YouTube video. But yeah.
I feel like with vlogging though, like it's so you just get into the flow. Like I'm in such a good rhythm of it now. But I struggle to vlog when I'm doing a lot. Like when I'm out and about and I'm actually doing a lot.
When the vlog would be so good. When the vlog content.
But people don't... I don't think people... For me, people don't like that. People like me at home. Which I can do that. Like, I can do that.
And give you exactly what you want, don't you?
Yeah, people like watching me make the same breakfast every morning, washing my clothes, like, going to Hampstead Heath. But I can do that.
I've got you covered, don't you worry. What was the moment where you realised, oh wow, this is actually my job now? Like I know you said you was in college, and you always knew it was going to be the case, but was there like a certain video?
I blew up. Like I had that like viral video.
Oh, viral.
Which
what was
so exciting because it was different then. You didn't go viral, right? So like you did, but you kind of had to wait. So I'd waited like 6 years to have that viral video, and you know, there was no TikTok back then. You couldn't really earn money on Instagram, like that just wasn't really a thing. So you were a YouTuber or you weren't. There was no like influencer. There was no spectrum of it. You were a YouTuber or you weren't. And yeah, I just had like one video overnight just get millions and millions of views, and I gained 250,000 subscribers in a day.
Stop.
Yeah, so it was like, it was an overnight thing. It was called How to Look 18 When You're Not, and it was about going clubbing underage. So
it's such a good idea though.
I used to be so unhinged. I used to post like these 20-second YouTube videos.
20 seconds?
Yeah, saying, hey, I need an ID this weekend, and my viewers would send me their IDs.
You're lying.
Yeah, and I'd pay them like £100 and I'd send it straight back. And so I'd get like all these girls sending me their IDs who kind of look like me, and then I pick just like black screen.
Not saying do that.
Just like black screen, like, hey, need an ID. I know, crazy.
It's quite iconic though.
Crazy wazy. No one gave a back then.
Did you have a management and things when the video went viral, or did you then have to kind of suss, or like, what do I actually do next? Like, what is the...
Yeah.
How does this work?
I didn't have a management.
I bet that come very soon after with that.
My video blew up in November, and then I was going travelling that winter, and I hit 500k when I was travelling, and Gleam messaged me that day.
Do you not have a management up to 500k?
No. Well, it all happened so quickly. It was in the space of like 3 weeks.
Oh, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
So what did you start on, and then what did you go to?
Like 50, and then I went to like 500.
You was on like 50k?
Yeah.
And then it went to like 500?
Yeah, so it was pretty crazy wazy.
That is actually wild.
Yeah, it was so exciting.
I
remember the feeling of just watching it. I'd wake up and it was like another 100,000.
And you'd check like 24/7.
I did not. My mother did not stop. Everybody should wake me up. She'd be like, "It's this many now. It's this many now." She loved it.
That's so cute though.
Yeah, but it was just so exciting. Because it was like, you know, something I've been waiting for so long. But I'd always said like, oh, I'd only sign with Gleam, but I didn't think Gleam would have me because they like looked after Zoe Alfie, like such picture perfect, pristine YouTubers, and I had 20-second videos asking for IDs.
Yeah.
But I think at that time, like, the internet was changing a lot and becoming more liberal. Now I feel like it's going back and it's less liberal and you can't get away with as much.
Oh no, you really
can't.
Oh
my god, I just did anything and everything back then. I could say anything and everything, like no one.
And have a laugh doing it. People used to respond to things a lot better.
But I also don't care. Like I've got like a moral compass, so if I think I've done something wrong, I will apologise, but no one is forcing me to say sorry. If I'm not sorry, I am not saying sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't care.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's the weirdest thing.
I think a lot of people rate that though.
Yeah, but I'm also like, well, it's just not a genuine apology then. And that's like really slimy from me.
I also feel like we're in a bit of an age where anyone doing this is trying to be so far the other way and not like state their own opinion for the safety of being brand safe.
Yeah.
People know what they're doing.
Yeah. No, but to a degree. There's sometimes like you're about to say something, you're like, oh my god, I'm shooting myself in the foot saying this. It's actually just easier not to. But not going to be...
Does it really need to be on the internet?
I'm never going to be like a carbon copy of what people want me to be because everyone wants you to be their own version of something. I don't give up. I'm obsessed with this.
Already? You've literally got like the tiniest little...
I live it. I've been really hungover, guys. Had a crazy night. So I don't have the dog at the moment. She's at my parents'. So mummy is out. Mummy been out. And it's a lot.
Flossie was basically out for 24 hours yesterday. She was meant to come down to Manchester. And I woke up yesterday morning to Flossie out on her Instagram story like an hour before.
No. Those are old videos.
Yeah, no, you'd posted something and I thought, she's not posting that sober.
No, yeah. I was still smashed when I came in and it was like the early hours of the morning. I like fell into my toilet.
Yeah, you fell into the toilet on FaceTime, clothes for me.
Not into it. Into the crevice between the wall and the toilet. I know, I woke up and I was so sore and it's because like I've been flung about the whole night like a rag doll.
She was having fun. She was 365 party girl in.
365 party girl in.
Just circling back to YouTube and everything. What has been your favourite part? Is there anything you've done specifically that you thought like, oh wow, kind of really loved doing that, or a moment that you've actually been really proud of, or been like, as if I've actually had the opportunity to do this, like craziness, close to me?
I think just supporting myself. I'm quite like a
that house at that age.
Yeah, the
really.
house was a huge, oh my God, moment.
Did you speak a lot about buying a house?
Yeah, I think
That's
people
fair.
knew, but also too, I know, like, I know it's not, like, relatable. Do you know what I mean?
But you did work for it. It's not like
Yeah.
you was bought the house.
No, I freaking
Okay.
actually really wish I was. You know, like, people who get on other people who, like, get bought things by their parents. And I'm like, but you would take it.
Yeah, for
Nah,
real.
like, my parents didn't,
Close
they've
for
never given me a penny. But I'm like, but you would take it. So I never shit on people for that. But then also...
I did used to always, like, take the mick out of Billy for only just getting his own foot on contract.
Oh, I'm still on my dad's, actually.
Yeah.
Which I don't bring it up because I think he's forgotten.
Yeah.
But it's more so I'm just like, I can't, like, admin and bills. And when I get emails or, like, letters through the door with a bill, I'm like, oh, I'm just to go. Leave me alone.
I say this all the time.
It's
Brown
harassment.
envelopes.
Ruin my day.
Keep them. Close to her.
So it's just like another thing, another direct debit set up. And I just can't. I'm tired. I'm tired, y'all.
How did you find the process of buying a house?
Mine was really easy, but I think it's because he didn't actually live in it. And also, too, it was chain free. It was my first time buying.
What's that mean?
I didn't have a house to sell beforehand.
Yeah,
and
that's
that's
like
where it hits the fan. Because, like, a buyer can pull out, and then you've already bought the house, and then you're stuck with your house. And, yeah, I was like, I went from that. But it was financially a lot harder than I could have ever anticipated. There's so many hidden fees, and I think you kind of like, you think, oh yeah, I buy a house, I put down the deposit, I pay the solicitor's fees, I pay the stamp duty. That is just so much more than that. And like, not like a couple £100, tens and tens, nearly hundreds of thousands.
Pounds, it's crazy.
And I
to
ended up spending double, actually.
What you anticipated?
Yeah. Which was
That's wild.
quite a lot, but at the same time it was like a kick up the arse. It was like, well, the gears have got to keep grinding or else I'm gonna lose this house, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind of give you a bit of motivation.
For sure. When do we get to kiss? Is that the end of the video?
Did you see on his vlog the other day?
Oh yeah.
Because I've always said this, right? It's so rogue, but I'm scared that like somebody whose makeup I've done's watching this is gonna take this so the wrong way.
You want to kiss them?
I
Imagine we just start getting off. Like proper.
No.
You message me, can I leave this in?
It's me and you, like I'm
Oh my God.
clenched over the
The
chest.
noise, like...
Kissing ASMR.
Oh my God, I'm going red.
She's getting flustered. No, I'd never want like. I really, please, like anyone, if I don't make, like, really just don't say this the wrong way, because I'm even just going to say it. But I used to always have this intrusive thought: I'm gay. I just need to really want that so badly. Like, I never was ever gonna rap on it anymore. I'm really scared to say it, but I used to just think, realistically, like, what would happen if I'm just doing someone's leg and I just kiss them? Like, I just do just a peck.
Would they go along with it? Like,
Are you gonna punch me? Is
Yeah.
your dad gonna come in and hit me? Is your boyfriend watching? Like, I used to just think, oh, I don't know.
that's so funny.
So, in the line of buying a house, you obviously already had moved to London. Did you say you moved to London when you were 17?
19.
No, 19. Yeah.
Yeah.
You dropped out of college when you were 17. What possessed you to do that? And living in such a big city, like, as your first... Because the Cotswolds very farmer countryside, no?
Oh, hell yeah. I'd always wanted to, but my ex-boyfriend, like my kind of, I call him my childhood boyfriend, my teenage boyfriend, and my sister both lived in London. My parents lived in London. I go there all the time. I basically live at my ex-boyfriend's uni halls when he was there. So it's like I knew my way around. I knew...
It didn't feel as...
Yeah, when I moved, I never got homesick. Like, there wasn't one point. I love my family, but I've always,
Is Cotswold far from London?
Probably took me about 2 hours to get home.
Also from, like,
So it's
London
not
to
bad.
here?
Yeah.
So when are you moving to Manchester?
Guys, I always say this. I should have moved here for 6 months before I bought. I should have just come here and rented.
Just had a bit of a laugh with
Yeah.
the Manchester girlies.
Yeah, but I didn't. So, but I mean, you never know what the future holds. Maybe I'll get, like, a property up here one day. It's like an investment property and I can just kind of to and fro. That'd be fun.
Jinx.
Wouldn't it?
Moving out, how did your parents find it? You leaving home to move 2.5 hours away?
I think they were really proud. Like, they were
That's down for me.
excited. But my parents are so good as well. Like, it wasn't like I moved out and I had to call them every day and all this stuff. Like, they've always been so great with my independence.
And like trusting you.
Yeah, and they've like, my mum said to me once, she's like, it feels like I'm always waiting for you and your sister to move back home. She's like, I wouldn't want you here because I'm happy, like, we're out and stuff. And she's like, oh, like, I'd hate it if you were still living at home and like didn't know what you wanted to do and like really unhappy and all this stuff. But she was like, I really miss you. I saw this thing on TikTok and it was like, your parents walk past your bedroom every day, like with no one in it.
Oh, don't, because that'll make me feel so bad.
Yeah.
My mum actually has my bedroom now, so...
Oh, maybe not. But no, like, they've always been really great and really chill. They're cool mom.
Really supportive. And that's so fun though, because like, you obviously said about your mum like waking you up to be like, this is how many subscribers you've hit today. A lot of parents are literally like, what the
Yeah.
YouTube. So the fact that she was so on board's fun.
I don't think they did get it for a while, to be honest, and I think they were a bit worried about me because they were just like, I don't think they sort of realised or understood, and I just think they were parents and they were like, I don't want you being on the internet, just don't want you putting this out, like, I don't want you getting taking the piss out of and stuff like that. I wasn't always like the
sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah, it wasn't always sunshine and rainbows, and also too, like, I was always pushing boundaries and pushing buttons and like being a bit naughty sometimes. And I think they were thinking this is just going to come back to bite you on the ass.
Like, she's being rogue on the internet. Maybe let's
Yeah.
relax a little bit.
But
20-second YouTube video.
I was always like, I'm going to make this a thing. And then I did. And then I think they saw. But I think that's completely valid. Like, I don't resent them for that because it's a completely new thing.
Now, it's a lot more understood. I feel like TikTok has done a lot for people in the sense of everyone knows about TikTok and knows that people make a job out of it, where like 7-8 years ago nobody really understood that this could be a job.
Yeah.
So for parents it was a lot.
Yeah.
I spoke about it in Anna's episode as well, but I had actual murder with my mum when I told her I didn't want to go to college and like
You wanted to do it, yeah.
Do rogue things. Do you know what I mean?
It's a funny thing because I was the same. I was like, I don't want to go to college. I want to do YouTube full time. Let me have a proper crack at it. Like, if I can put all my time into it. And they were like, no. Obviously, they were like, no. Because imagine, like, Imagine it didn't work out. Like,
and then you just wasted time.
I respectfully kind of ruined my life.
Yeah,
like,
because you've missed your opportunity to be in education and da-da-da.
Yeah. But I was like, okay, like, I understood. But I do think, like, it would be really irresponsible for me to come online and be like, just go for what you want, which I do think go for what you want, but be sensible about it. And also, too, there's always time to do it on the side. I did it on the side, like, I made it my career on the side. And if you're passionate about something, you will stay up till 3 a.m. to get it out. Yeah.
I always say this, I really do wish I'd stuck out college.
Well, really?
I kind of got kicked out, so I had not much of an option, but at least gone and then enrolled in another course. Why did you get kicked out? They just basically told me, like, that I wasn't worthy of being in the makeup course.
What?
Yeah.
What? Why?
Just basically, like, thought I wasn't good enough, and, like, I didn't, like, yeah, just loads of things, like, I didn't.
That is insane. And look at me now.
Suck my makeup brush.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I feel like it is a bit of a hard thing for parents to wrap their heads around, but now it isn't.
Yeah.
As much.
I mean, I feel like everyone knows what it is. Everyone knows what TikTok is.
Yeah, I think that's what I mean. Like, TikTok really just... And TikTok's done a lot for example, like Cara, I'm filming with Cara tomorrow. Yeah. She literally started posting.
She's just won...
This year. She's just won Creator of the Year.
Oh, girl. So, oh my God, I was like... My eyes were, like, getting a little bit wet. Yeah. Watching her, like...
I'm so upset. She's the most sweet person.
Honestly, she is an angel.
So, you moved to London. Is that when you then started to make friends in the industry, or did you already know?
I already knew some people. The circle was so small back then.
Because I feel as well, if you went from 50k to 500k in 3 weeks, it, like, everything changes so fast. It's not like loads of people you'd made friends with them, etc. Like,
but people, no, I already knew, like, Carmi, Millie, Lewis, everyone from when I did have, like, 50k. But there were, there just weren't many people doing it back then. So it was a lot smaller.
Yeah, because it was also back then a bit, not frowned upon, but you'd get the out of you for recording
Yeah.
yourself on the internet.
But I feel like I was so naive. I was so confident as a teenager. And like, I feel like I've only just tapped back. I like realised that the other day. I was like, oh my God, like my confidence actually like deteriorated through my 20s. I feel like it's supposed to be the opposite way around. And I was like, I need to tap back into that. So I have been for the last 6 months, because I feel like I got everything. Like I got the job I wanted and everything because I had this delusional
yeah. I
confidence.
think delulu is the way sometimes.
And I look back and I'm like, oh my God, that person was taking the piss out of me. But I genuinely like,
It's not right.
I thought they were being genuine.
Yeah.
Like if they were like boys at school or something, like in the year above, like talking about my YouTube videos, you know, kind of swarming me, I'd be like, oh my God, they love it. They think it's so great. They didn't. Like they were taking the piss, but I'd rather live my life like that. Do you know what I mean? So I didn't think I was taking the piss out of, but maybe I was.
Sometimes
maybe
you just gotta be delulu.
Yeah, maybe I just didn't give a which you shouldn't.
Where do you think you found your confidence, and where do you think you're finding it again now? I like this question.
I love that question. I think confidence absolutely 210% does come from you and yourself. And I think for so long, like, I realised I was sat in a victim complex, because it's like everyone goes through things, but you're not the product of what you've gone through. You're the product of how you react to it. That's like something I hold really close now. And it's like you find strength, confidence, like resilience in the way you handle situations, and like the way you handle you've been spoken to, or the way you handle you've been treated. And like, if you don't like a version of yourself, if you don't like the way you're feeling, you don't have to sit in that forever. Like, it takes work, but the more you talk to yourself and like positively reinforce yourself, the easier it becomes. Like, I really do believe I'm there now. And I used to be so insecure like a year ago.
I think that's such a good point though, because if you don't believe it, then it's so easy to believe other people telling you otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this leads on really nicely actually to, obviously being on the internet, you get hate, as does everyone.
Yeah.
Like, how do you deal with it? Do you think it's that same mentality of, well, I'm the so I don't really get...
Yeah, to be fair, online hate, like, it would get to me sometimes, quite rarely. But obviously there'll be times where it's just like a lot, like it's an influx, and that's a bit rough. But now I wouldn't care. It's all about where I am, like, at that point in my life anyway. But I'm more so, it would be like people in my immediate life. Like, I couldn't deal with any sort of criticism or conflict. Yeah, I'd take everything incredibly personally. Or if I even got a slight vibe that someone didn't like me, I'd take it incredibly personally.
Me and you both, babes.
But
is that 2001?
Yeah, but life is not like, it's actually, nothing is personal, and everything is like a reflection of you. And like, me taking it that personally was a reflection of the way I viewed myself. Yeah, and like, I really didn't hold myself like on a high regard at all. But like, now that
you're worthy of... Sometimes you can get in a point of feeling worthy of not being treated well.
Mm-hmm. But even now, like, that if a boy wasn't nice to me, I'd like think, oh my God, like, I'm not good enough. And now it's like, no, you're just a loser.
Yeah.
Like, that's the like lowdown of it. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, that's really...
It's so cringy, but it's so true. But happy people ain't hating. Girlies.
So yeah, but they are. And also, to hurt people.
Yeah.
And I also think, like, you know, when someone doesn't like you, it's like, well, do I even like you?
Yeah.
Do I even think, like, are you actually that cool of a person? Probably not. It's just like,
well,
you're
bothered, yeah.
Yeah, you just like hold people in high regard. Like, I'll always give someone benefit of doubt until you wrong me, and I can cut you off so easily, which is something I never used to be able to do. But also, I do think I expect the best from everyone, and I do get the best back. Mm-hmm. Like, it's like, I haven't been dogged that much in my life by, like, friends.
Wish
or...
I could relate.
But I don't, like, I feel like I'm not making sense when I say this, but it's just, you can't get dogged when you don't take it personally.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you just dogged yourself, you didn't dog me.
I'm really trying to... Can I give you this for 1 second?
Yeah.
I'm really trying to live at the minute by the motto of, like, let them.
Yeah, it's so powerful just letting people get on with it.
Because I think, me personally, I spend a lot of time trying to preempt and combat, like, people not treating me the best. So I will sense someone go off, like, or the actions change, and instead of me reciprocating, I'll go the other way and try and be extra nice.
Yeah.
Which is so bad.
No.
Like, so in the end, I just end up getting the absolute out of me. And I think a big part of life is actually just like, you can, if someone's going to treat you a certain way or do something that maybe you don't love, like, they're always going to do it. No matter what you do.
Yeah.
They're always going to do it.
Yeah. And it's a testament to them. And also, too, all the time, like, anytime something like that does happen, when you look back after a year, you see it for what it is. But in the moment, you don't. And it feels like this huge, big personal attack on you. But it's like, if ever, like, you do find yourself in that position, someone's not treating you well, just think, in a year's time, when I see this for what it is, I need to tap into that now. Like, I need to tap into that mindset now.
I actually think that goes back to what we were speaking about before we was on camera, like, losing friends, and in the moment, you feel everything incredibly personally, and, like, everything's so deep. You kind of get to a point where, like, you actually pay that person no mind, and in the moment, it feels so major.
It feels like your whole world is upside down, but it's really not, because you are your whole world.
I think it's also trying to remember that in certain moments, which is so much more easy said than done. Because it isn't easy to think, oh, this is going to be so fine in 2-3 months, a year, whatever it may be. But but there's no point even saying it, because it's so hard to do. But if you could, that'd be amazing.
But, like, even as you said, like, now you look back and you see it as the blessing it was. And just because, like, something doesn't feel good in the moment doesn't mean it's not for the greater good. It's like making the easy decision and making the right decision are two completely different things.
The easy decisions are normally not the right
Yeah,
one.
and you don't grow in comfort, and your life doesn't get better in comfort. If you just sat in, like, a circle of being comfortable and thinking the same way and, like, living the same routine, and it's not serving you, or you're not where you want to be, how do you think, like, you're going to get to the person you want to be, the position you want to be, in that continuous circle? Like, something has to give, something has to change.
I think that's very true. Like, if you want to change your life, like, the things in it have to change.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you are just going to be stuck in that same cycle.
What's the Nicki Minaj song, like, change your life? What is it?
I don't know.
There's a song.
And I'm such a Nicki fan.
Is it not a Nicki song?
I did see something though, which is kind of good point for this, and it was a quote. Love me a cringy quote. I'm a sucker for it.
Oh, babe, my phone lock screen.
We're on the verge of something, period.
Real.
This is my phone lock screen. Yeah, I seen this, and it's such a good point. Whatever you're not changing, you're choosing.
I love that.
Do you know what I mean?
It's so real, though, and I think it's so easy for us to sit and, like, become so complacent. It's something I've really flipped on its head this year. Like, my life is just so much better, and you grow with the, like, the way your confidence goes when you just back yourself to, like, make those difficult decisions and it works out. It's like, oh my god, I really am that, like, I really know what's good for me. I can handle change, I can take things in my stride, and I can, like, improve my life myself for myself.
I think that's a big part, is backing yourself though, because if you don't, then you will take everything personally, and then you will feel hurt a lot more by things.
Yeah.
So yeah, whatever you're not changing, you're choosing.
Love
Speaking
it.
of big life changes, because you know we'll follow on, you're now single, Flossy.
I am. Guys, this is an exclusive.
You know it's going in the title.
Oh yeah, you gotta milk that. You gotta milk that.
I feel like we didn't show boyfriend online a lot.
Not really,
anyway,
no.
but it was very public knowledge that he was in a relationship.
Private, not secret.
I like it. How are you finding single life? How did you find the breakup? Is the question.
Do you know what, guys? It has been the nicest, most amicable breakup ever. Okay, and I have lied many times before, and I've come on camera and said they're an amazing person. It just didn't work out. Lies. I wish them hell. Like, I actively wish them hell, the worst. Like, I hope they get hit by a cyclist. Like, not enough to really hurt them.
Cyclist is a good one.
Not enough to really hurt you, because I can actually get really hurt from cyclists, but just enough to like
Amsterdam.
to humble you, like put you in a cast and it be embarrassing, and, like, no one want to come near you. majority of the time. This time round, like this breakup, the relationship just came to its end, like naturally.
It ran its course.
We both felt the same way. There were so many things changing in both of our lives. And we just drifted, I think. And I think we just kind of became best friends. And we parked it where it was. I literally saw him last night.
Perfect.
I saw him last night. I see him all the time. He's still, my dog adores him. We keep it good for the dog.
You co-parent for the dog.
Yeah, but I genuinely, it's so easy seeing each other and there's no upset. It was obviously emotional, but I think also with a breakup like that, when that happens, which this has happened, I've been through something like this before, it's the months before you break up that I think are the hardest, where you're sort of realising...
When the relationship's already coming to a bit of an end.
Yeah, where you're sort of starting to realise and you're coming to terms with it, but by the time it had finished, I think we were both in the same boat, and he...
You checked out already.
Yeah, he genuinely... I have so much to credit, to that boy. He was the loveliest boyfriend and treated me so well, so well, after not being treated too nicely previously. And he set the bar high,
So,
is what I'll say.
Are we staying single for a while now?
Yeah, I'd say so. I feel like I'm just not even giving it thought. I feel when you leave a breakup and you're traumatized and you just want to go and jump on the next man who shows you any interest, because you're like, oh, fix me.
You've left it
in
a very healthy way.
Yeah, I've left it so whole and so happy that I just am genuinely not even giving it thought. So, obviously, obviously, it's people come out the woodworks, but also, I just don't need it. I don't need it. It is what it is.
You're just ready for
whatever comes your way. I'm having fun. And that doesn't mean respectfully, I feel like there's no better way to phrase it. It doesn't mean I'm shitting everyone, because I feel like that's what everyone thinks. When you're single and you say I'm having fun, I am just actually having fun.
Friend fun. Fun with her friends.
Yeah.
Fun with us.
Fun with you.
So it's been a healthy breakup.
Yeah, it's been
You're doing
lovely.
good. How are you doing?
I'm doing really good. I'm actually the happiest I've ever been in my life.
Oh, I love that. And you've been split up for how long now?
A month.
A month?
I think a month.
Like
so it's
that's
not that
quite
long.
fast. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not been that long, but yeah, it's good. It's a good situation. And I also think it's very representative of us both as people as well. We were both such whole, happy, healthy, nice people by the end of it, that there was no reason for it to be left bitter.
Toxic, Claire.
Yeah, there was no argument or anything. It was the weirdest, craziest
You're not used to that.
thing.
You was expecting drama when it comes
Yeah.
to a breakup, but it was very healthy, a very mature breakup of you both.
Very mature.
I kind of love that. And the fact that you can still remain friends with him is really nice.
Yeah. I always think I'm that red flag girl now, because a boy will be like, oh my god, she's mates with her ex. That's going to be me.
Oh no.
But we both said, if either of us, I hope not right now, but if either of us were to get into something serious, we'd take a step back, because it's just you don't want to be that annoying.
Yeah.
And also too, out of respect for the girl he's with, because
yeah, I'm going to see my ex tonight.
yeah, that's just as actually no
a hot minute.
The thing is, we were together for just over a year and a half, which is a long time, but it didn't feel like that long. I look back, I'm like, holy shit. And also, I was a completely different person when I met him. I was insane. I was insane.
So basically, he brought back his sanity, and then...
Yeah. I also got really good looking whilst I was with him, and I think...
That's why Flossy ended it.
No, but I had a glow up whilst I was with him. But it's because I was in a good relationship. Do you know what I mean?
That's so healthy, though. You normally
Yeah.
do post. It's normally breakup.
Yeah.
Up.
Yeah. So it's God, how am I gonna elevate now?
Try this glam.
Yeah, the glam. This is the breakup glow up. Plucked all my eyebrows off and...
There we go. That
Yeah.
that was your definition of tying the hair.
Yeah, that's the one.
But to be fair, you had thin brows while you was with him.
What?
You had thin brows while you was with him.
Yeah, but I used to have thickums. Thickums.
Thickum dress.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Flossie, 1 minute. Let me get that off my hand.
I'm obsessed.
Get that. Do you like it?
Donkey, 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 donkey. Can we do some really crazy copyright-free trap music intro, please? Please, like do 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 do.
It's so raw.
You need to go into Jacqueline Hill's really old videos to find the right song.
A lot of people look up to you, Flossie. Don't know why.
Me neither, my babe. Me neither. Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah. A lot of people are trying to do this job or like want to get into it. What's your advice for them?
Advice: be yourself. Authenticity is the highest vibe, character, personality trait to have, and will attract the highest reward, honey.
Is that your advice?
That is. And if you don't love yourself, who the hell else is gonna love you?
I like that. Was that meant to be a RuPaul quote, just with a bit of a spin? There you go. But all that being said, we're going to finish the glam and then come back with our final question for Miss Florence. So we got the glam complete. As you can see, we just did a little bit of eyeliner underneath, added the lip. We use a new H&B lip product. We are obsessed. Flossie's loving. Use the closest black liner in the waterline. I don't know why I'm explaining this like I've told you anything else that I've used the whole video. I've not.
The nose contour is so good. I'm so bad at nose contour.
The nose contour's giving skin tea.
So you need to teach me how to do this.
The little underbrow highlight. But, Flossie, I have one last question for you.
Yeah.
I ask everyone the same. Such a cute question. You can make it wholesome.
Mm-hmm.
Please do. But my last question is, if it was 15-year-old Florence, I'm using the full name, sat in this show right now, what have you got to tell her?
Oh my gosh. Oh my god! 15-year-old me. I'm trying to think, where was I when I was 15? What was I doing? Stick at it. Stick at it and actually stick with the mindset you've got, because it's carrying you and it's going to serve you. And literally, as soon as you believe in yourself and you stop limiting your life to fear, the world is your oyster. Baby, come touch the pearl. You can literally achieve and do anything you set your mind to. Because how the hell is like anyone in the world successful? Because they believe in themselves.
I love that. That was such a good answer.
Thank you.
Perfect. Right. This is the complete glam. We have plucked at Flossie's brain for the last 2 hours. So you'll probably see like 30 minutes of it, but a lot has gone into this glam. Do you know what I mean?
Oh my god, yeah, good luck editing this.
Yeah.
A chatty gal, me.
We had the best time chatting and doing the glam. Hope you all enjoyed the episode. Would love to have you back sometime, Flossie.
I'd love to come.
The glam ate.
I'm so excited.
The glam was so good.
Guys, we're having like friends' Christmas dinner tonight, and the dress code is pajamas, so I'm just gonna be
serving face in the PJs. But we're now gonna go and make mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. That's our job. I've recruited Flossie to help me because we're on a bit of a time crunch at this point. But if you did enjoy the episode, please do subscribe. I will leave all Flossie's links down below. Not that you need them. She's just that girl. Do you know what I mean? But I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one.
Love you. Bye.